My name's Jeannie Crowe, and I'm the director of our hospice and palliative care program here. A living will has been around for a long time, and its importance is really here. The living will says, in the case that I'm unlikely to recover from this illness, this accident, this treatment, then I would like, 1, to have artificial nutrition and hydration, or 2, not have artificial nutrition or hydration, or 3, I don't make that decision, I leave it to my healthcare representative. So while it's very vague, doesn't cover very many situations, and most people reasonably choose, I don't make a decision, I leave that to my healthcare representative, you can never really know. Here's where it's really good though. Having a living will is a way to engender the conversation with your family. And that's truly the most important part of any of this. The documents are important, but the conversation that you have with the people closest to you is the most important. To say, this is what I would want. If I'm not likely to recover in a meaningful way, I want you to do this, or I don't want you to do this. And if you don't have that conversation, then the people around you are left to say, well, one time he said he didn't want to live that way, and another time he said, you know, keep me alive, I don't ever want to die. So they have to try to glean from past conversations what you would want, and that's kind of vague, and maybe you won't get the care you really wanted to get. So that's why the living will is important, because it helps you have a conversation. It's really important for people to talk about that, and we hate to. We don't want to talk about death in our culture, but having that conversation doesn't have to be difficult. It's a much easier conversation to have when you're not in a crisis. It's much easier to have that conversation when you're in a car leaving a funeral and you say, you know, they kept him on a feeding tube for 6 months. Would you want that? So when the conversation is about someone else, it's way easier than I'm talking about you, you're very close to death, what do you want? So have that conversation with your loved ones in an easy way.